What's up, guys? In this video I'm going to be doing some maintenance on my Bobcat T66. We're going to be replacing the final drive oil right here in this cavity. Bobcat actually refers to this as the, let me see, I got the book right here. It's the hydrostatic drive motor brake cavity fluid. It's a pretty simple job. Basically you have a one fill bolt and one drain bolt, and you got to get the drive motor oil right here. Now Bobcat, they have two sizes of these containers, and according to the manual it doesn't tell you how much it takes. It just says use the entire contents of the bottle. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure that it's the right size, I'm going to measure the amount of fluid that comes out and make sure it's close to 12 ounces. Then I know I'm on the right track. So this applies to, I believe, all the R series Bobcats track machines. The T76, the T62, I think it's a smaller machine, or 64, and mine of course is the T66. The M series, the prior series Bobcats, like the T595, T650, I'm sure it's similar. I just don't know if it's the same oil. So just check your book. The process will be the same, but the oil they use might be different. And they say right here in this manual that right down here, where's it at? Let me put this down so I can show you. Right here, the drive motors will be damaged if wrong fluid is used. Now, I don't know if they're just being dramatic or if that's accurate, but that's not something I would want to risk. So just make sure you get the right oil. Let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do, well, what I do is I clean off around these bolt areas just to make sure, you know, try to get the dirt off. I sprayed it with the hose the other day, but as you can see, I didn't do a very good job getting it all off. But a little wipe with a rag, it'll be fine. Now on my machine, these are 9/16 bolts. It's a good practice to always make sure you can get your fill bolt off first before you go and empty the fluid out. Well, those weren't very tight at all. Okay, those are both loose. I have a jar here. This is a 24-ounce jar, so I know if I get right to the middle of it, it's about 12 ounces. I know I have the right bottle. Let's see. Could have grabbed my ratchet, but, well, my battery ratchet. These bolts are they're pretty small, so it doesn't take a lot to get them off. All right, let me see. I got this flex funnel, I think they call it. I'm just going to tuck the bottom into it, then hold it up. Only being 12 ounces, it shouldn't take forever to drain, but we will see. There we go. That fluid doesn't seem terribly thick, so maybe it won't take that long to come out. You can see it's flowing pretty good. There we go. You can see there's no drips coming out. I haven't seen a drip in a couple minutes. I would say it only took about 10 minutes for all the fluid to come out. And you can see it's about half this jar, so 12 ounces it is. I'm interested to see the color difference of the new fluid, because it's a little dark. Doesn't really stink, you know, like you would expect a lot of gear oil. Anybody who's ever changed gear oil out of their truck, out of the rear, you know, they know how terrible that smell is. But anyway, so here's the fluid. Bobcat's nice enough to give you this little hose with it, which I guess is the least they can do considering the cost of this stuff. I think it was, I want to say it was like 30 something a bottle. Don't hold me to it. If I'm not close, maybe I'll put a little caption in there of the actual price, but I think it was that much. So there it is. I'm putting the bottom bolt in. Of course, there's a torque spec for this, and I don't know what it is. So I'm just going to get it pretty tight. I'm not going to go too crazy because this is a small bolt, and I'm sure you could snap this off pretty easy if you tried. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Bobcat recommends changing this fluid every 500 hours or once a year. My machine only has 260 hours on it, but I have had it for a year, so that's why I'm doing it now. Let's see. Oh, okay, so this fluid is red. Oh, I forgot to mention, here's that part number for the oil, 7270874. It's a 12-ounce bottle. It's like a reddish brown, and you can see what's in here is kind of, I don't know, a grayish green, but you know, obviously it's used, so it would make sense for it to discolor a little bit. I'm letting this go pretty slow. I'm not going to squeeze it too hard. I don't want to make a big mess. I could see a bubble every once in a while, so it's flowing in there. And once again, it says to take the empty the entire contents of the bottle, all 12 ounces. All right, so the drive motor is all filled back up. It was going pretty slow, so I ended up poking a hole in the bottle to let air back in as it was filling up. I would say it took longer to fill it up than it did to drain. So once you get the hose in there, you know, have a little knife or a nail or something nearby just to poke a little hole in it. But now I'm going to get the other side done, and then I might move on to some other maintenance, but I'm going to make those separate videos because I know sometimes guys just want to know like how to do one specific thing when it comes to maintenance. So instead of me making one long video, I'm going to break it up a little bit. But thanks for watching. I hope this helps. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks.